One of the things is professional grade watercolors. First of all, they have such a better quality to them. They are much more intense pigment. They're longer lasting and more transparent, and they're also more expensive. Daniel Smith is known for having really vibrant colors, more so than other professional colors. And you can actually order these sheets for like $21, and you get a selection of all of them, and then you can test it out and see what it actually looks like. So, and what it feels like, and it's a wonderful opportunity without having to spend, like, each one of these tubes is really a lot. Like look at that, that's weak. I'm really into vibrant, alarming colors. This is not for me, this Potter's Pink. And then let's see what the Opera Pink does. It's a beautiful name. Oh, these are like, I didn't know what was going to happen. Oh, look at that. You could do a flamingo with that, right? You could totally do a flamingo. And Carmen, sorry, it's hard to paint and hold the phone. Should really come up with a better way to do this. But it's nice, and you can see what the consistency is, how quickly the color comes. And just, some of these are just coming out right away without any question. And then others, oops, where am I? Others take a little bit. One of the things I absolutely love about painting is the way the colors work. And it's like a color therapy. And there are colors that I am craving. I've been craving some of the blues. Actually, I've had these sheets for a long time, but haven't used them. And I was craving, see, that's just weak. That doesn't come out at all. And I think that there are things our psyche is just needs to help be in balance for whatever reason. For all vibration, that vibration can take the form of, it can take the form of color or sound, much like matter, or like, what is it, a particle, or wavelengths, right? There's multiple ones. Daniel Smith also has a number of, they have their own minds for getting some of these pigments out, and sometimes they use actual stones in here, as well as, I guess that's not necessarily this sheet, that may be a different one. And these are a lot weaker, so I'm not as enthusiastic. I mean, they're an interesting idea, but they're not watercolor. They're I like that one. I love transparent and bright. So that one does something like that. And that's the iridescent electric blue. Let's see what the sapphire does. You see, some of these you just have to work to get it out, and not a fan. Maybe if it was out of the tube. I have a feeling they're also more opaque. But it's hard to tell that from this because, yeah, it's like a lot of work. There's some blue. Maybe it'll dry in a funky way. And I guess if you're going to have something that was glittery, it would be better to be subtle in most watercolor than overt. Otherwise, you could just use glitter. Glitter is, right? You can't not notice glitter. It is a potent medium. And it usually destroys your environment too, or it infects it. Maybe it's like a virus. Glitter is a virus. So anyway, you get the idea. I highly recommend getting these if you're interested in watercolor and working in bright hues. Here's the blue, some of the blues and greens, and it really allows you to see what they look like. Sometimes they're too close, it doesn't really matter. Like, personally, I think the cobalt blue and the French ultramarine and the ultramarine blue, those are all close enough. I would go with a French because it's a little bit more vibrant. And then there's a couple different phthalos too, with different feel to it. I am totally getting into the cobalt teal. That's just amazing. And so is the cobalt or the magnesium blue hue. The camera's not picking it up very well, but it's a little bit electric for sure. Yeah, there's some really beautiful hues over here too. I mean, I just am a sucker for fucking color. Yay! And then this is the blues I've been really getting into. Okay, goodbye.